What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jim Ripsua. To believe that everything is always turned out to be miraculous, the optimist of everything that is going around us that we have no control over, I think in life is to be on that, to be the optimist, to be the positive, to have the life as miraculous, be that alchemist. Is the wishful feel. It's gonna be fulfilling of joyously of gratitude and love that feels saturated in ourselves just like that. And it is the happiness and the prosperity with integrity or congruent of our identity of oneself. It is something that we train, I would say, to cultivate of the strategy of important to execute to be that what we came here to be. It has to be concrete as well too in the aspect of the symbol of the mind, heart, and spirit. It's not always going to be easy in doing what we do, and we all want to do what is best for ourselves and for others as well too. So the PP3 is acronym for Panya Pinnacle Pillars. Panya's pinnacle is to reach to the top, to the peak, to the summit, to the paramount of the pillars of the three, to the summit, to the highest monument. And that essentially is my heart spirits. My heart spirit. My heart spirit. It is the Trinity. It is the Father, Son, right? Spirit, the Holy Spirit. So that's the Trinity. And many more of infinity. Love is the connection between the people. And the important matter is the reason to have gratitude for. As we summon up Garuda, as we summon up whatever the spirit that you like. For me, Garuda, the ego versus the ego, but it's eco. It's the total immerse within the spirit entities of God, human, hybrid, divine being, essence, as this physical form, this element, this vibrations that matters, you see, that solid, is all well in this world. That is the attitude of the gratitude of having the power, the positive living power, the positive thinking power of it all. And the ideas, what happened is that it will happen for our ultimate good, for the greater of our beings and others as well too. And it was sum up to be that of the whole part. It's the whole sum. And when it happened to us, it's the direction that taking us, steering us to something to evolve, to expand, to grow without a doubt, right? To believe that everything is perfect, everything is procreate, recreate, and to have an experience of something to make it differ for individuals and decisions to go back or forth or to be still. The decision that we do, and we put into performance to move, to have the motion, because body motion tends to stay in motion. That's a performance of the physique, and also in the state of the peaceful warrior sitting samadhi. It is something that we do for ourselves. It's something that we put cover to shield, to distill, to it's a filtrations like a rooftop with no leak. It's beyond limits. It is a phrase that everything that happened for a reason is a tough message and hard to swallow sometimes when he says, because everyone knows that something happened for a reason, right? Is there the rhyme and reason? Is there a reason for the season? There's a time for sowing and reaping as well too. But in any endeavor, we may face some tragedy, some deep pain and losses and all kind of that within the training. And we train oneself and sometimes we may miss some opportunity. We don't really sure the question through our teeth, from our thoughts, to investigate throughout our tongue that we speaking out. Sometimes it could be gibberish that we try not to be, because we know it's not gibberish because we speak it eloquently and positively. It's the optimistic affirmations, right? So the thing that is rubbish is what you hear in the media. So that's the kind of tongue that you want to steer away from, not want to hear from anything that's negative, that's not contributing to your own well-being and happiness. So as we read the 27 optimistic affirmations and in samadhi meditation, it is the professions in most difficult moments. It is the blessing in this in the sky. It's a blessing in disguise. It's a perspective that can happen only when we see clearly within our own self as well too. Within hindsight, we need to trust ourselves is most importantly. And we learn to trust and love, and we learn to be patient with ourselves, patient with love at heart. Patient is virtue. Patient may seem a little bit different because while we being patient, we come to understand that it may not be a certain outcome in life that we may not want or may want. We just flow as well too, to not have any resistance for certain things. We will go against the grain because we need to see what is normal, what's not normal, that lead to more appropriate and beneficial directions to more beautiful destination. It's something that we are looking for, we're seeking for, but make sure it's not always out there. You gotta look inwardly. That is the most important thing, is to see yourself. When you ask yourself who you are, who I am, who am I? It's a question, so we can get more of the satisfaction in life, because sometimes you can't get any satisfaction, but you can get satisfaction in life. You got to be proportioned with your food consumptions and vetting out what is not good, so you can be more alive, be in alignment with yourself, with that daily decomposition, with the daily refeed of consumptions to live prolonged life that we are living, and to nourish the mind, the heart, the spirits, right? And exercise the physique to get it to the better mobility and stability, flexibility. It's a reason for everything perfect in life, and believe that everything, that the decision that you're making is going to be in line with who you are. And see life as the student, be the student of life, baby. That's his Panya, student of life, forever learning, forever creating, recreating, having fun, having a good time, having to get less stressed as much as possible, because we want to center ourselves, be in tune, be in the groove of the motion, of the flow, and just release anything that is tension, so we won't burn up ourselves in this nature of the element. We have to strengthen up our immunity and have it more lifting up, more hygienic, more health and well-being with nourishment. And within the circumstance that we are also living in, we want to see for ourselves how's things going within this a lot of time as well. And we learn, we grow, we experience. Student life, baby. Everything that we see before us, it is the teacher, and it does in fact teach us. And we got the gratitude for it too. That's what happened when we are receptive and be responsive to all life force around us as well too. That's why there's a reason for us to have the gratitude for everything, and we trust in this way that make our day the best, because every day is a good day to have some gratitude for, to smile about, right? And that's the best self-care, with self-love and self-relaxation, self-esteem and self-preservation is what we need to know, and just relax and just be, and simply just be, and have compassion and love and kindness towards all sentient being in this universe. So love, one, is a symphony, and two, there's no two, just one. There could be two, you and me. So as we take a rest and somehow we find one thing that we know that we must do, right? Then we do it right away. We don't need to double think that, work simultaneously at the same time. Yeah, that's possible too. But we want to be and do it deliberately, and be here present, preserving the energy to keep going, to keep learning, to keep moving in from the daytime to evening time, and just feel yourself. And breathe in and breathe out deeply. As you breathe in, breathe out with a soothing, breathe in love, and breathe out compassion. And that's like welcoming for yourself. It's the whole outcome of the projection of the imagery of the mind, the picture. You see the beautiful image of you and I, a picture of everyone, of your client, of your friend and family, the pictures of something that is good. When it's not good, it's okay. We want what is good, because it's like kids. We always curious, so we make what is good. For the butterfly, for the dragonfly, for the dragon, for the unicorn, for the consecration, beautiful destination with the gorgeous lady, is for the benefit of all, is for the happiness of all. It is the advantage that all is well in the world, so we know that special. It is no one else but you. That's a special. for you, the person you're looking at is special. Every time you look in the mirror, special. And we've given you the magnificent embodiment of the godlike force, the Buddhahood. It is the loving, volitional love, the love that we seek for is seeking us, and we seeking it. You were there all along. You were fine, and lady, you're fine as, and it will be the evening that it will be first initial talk to get to learn, to grow, to discover, and then the second initial and the third initial, whenever. It is a patient discovery and make the decision to become the student of life, to always learn, to grow in communication, in learning, evolving, learn of the history, learn of our origin, learn of our root, just keep on learning and growing and recreating what we have learned and share it. That's a training every day for the cognitive apparatus and the contributions, calibrations of philosophy, of metaphysics, philosophy, science, physics, and enjoyment of this kinesiology filled with the physique and psychology for the mind. Is prolonged longevity, experience it in life form, in this matter, in this 3D, in this physical form physique, right? And we just appreciate it, feed it the proper nutritional value that is needed, and be there for yourself, for the meeting. Be the practitioner, the peaceful warrior, and be able to guide those who are in needs. Because life coach from life experience, with wisdom is from experience, knowledge from those who already had experience, so we gain more experience on top of the experience. It stacks the compound. It's the releasing of our frustration, so there won't be no self-criticism, and any attachment is going to be non-attachment. And if something that's not good is so harmful, that's going to be detachment, and the feeling of just perception of deprivation. We don't want that. We studied it and we have whatever that's bestowed upon us. We learn and we grow and we evolve. Just like a caterpillar to the butterfly, just like a koi fish to a dragon. And so the negativities cannot seep in. It will just splash out. It will be chilling. It's just nut out. But we gotta protect our nuts because we got fruits, veggies, and nuts, right? And so let no haters, any hatreds would not penetrate through our house. We protect this temple, and we clean it, cleanse, and maintain the proper session. We train our body, our mind. That's the health, because we have gratitude for it deeply. So we know what's good and know what's not. So we know what self-love is. So self-love is that what? Body movement as well too. And of course, be mindful, not stuff on the face all the time. Not trying to sound all mean, but the truth, the fact of the matter is that there's time and place, but not all the time, not every day. We got to see what is healthy and what sets us free from illness of the mind, the connection of the heart, mind, spirit. It's the essential aid of unlimited supply of the prosperity for ourselves, for equal family, for the whole world at large. It's a family as one. It's the love in Mother Nature. She, her, is love, right? With a stormy weather sometimes too. So that being said, nutrition, exercises, mind, cultivations, love and kindness. So with all the good and the bad upside down, before the shit hits, while we all working and having fun, having a good time, sometimes it is a little bit of out of the spaceships, out of our control, beyond our imaginations, that we never really thought it had happened, but it has happened. That is crazy, I would say. Something that drawn upon one another, and we get to work together in where we are intensively training, and the power of the collective conscious does construct thinking in a positive way as well too. But there's another opposite side of the pole that is not so good, with some friction, but we came about to the center where we reconstruct and re-engineer to make it more well-tuned, and that's equilibrium, balance of mind. It's a motivation in moderations with food consumptions. With the motivation in moderation with food consumptions, less of that meat. There is 6 pounds, or that's a lot. So make sure you want it about 6 ounces or less if you were to consume it, and not every day. Fish, pescatarian, any other food that is poultry, meat, chicken, you want to reduce it for your well-being as well too. So let's reduce that and put in more vegetables, right? Put in some fruits on the plates, and that is a self-love. It's always a staple in one training and teaching, and it's the coaching of life trajectory, life experience with wisdom. It is to raising our consciousness and awareness within ourselves. What are we consuming? What are we putting in our body? How does that affect our mind, our psychology, our psyche? When it hit our stomach, and then it will create within the molecule billions and trillions of our cells that become into our DNA formations, become it as well too. So you want to make sure what we put in is going to be something good and lovely, right? That's also feeding the mind, feeding the mouth, the food. So sometimes, of course, that we think aggressive is because of the food that we eat that is aggressively brutal kill. So today we look at a way that could reduce that, and it's step in the conscious awareness within the kindness of human being to wake up from the same time. It's timelessness, and it's usually this time here now is dark, it is nightfall, and we wake up early, we say morning, but now we have the time of digital time earlier and stuff like that, and we eat because we need to eat. No, we don't. We can just take a sip of water or whatnot, and we need to hydrate ourselves. And afternoon, we need to take a nap because we're tired. Yes, it's necessarily so we can have a rejuvenation, a refreshing. It's like taking a shower, and so often people don't take a nap because they're too busy in their mind. They need to go do this and need to do that. But if you have the time to take a nap because your body needs it, do so, because it's good for you, because it's what the body needs within the strength, your training, and whatever you're doing, working as well, right? So nap, at least if the body is exhausted, and the body needs rest. And that is something that we all need to practice if we need to, if the body needs it. Because you want to be able to rest when it's time to rest, especially when you get a little bit older as well too. But it's all dependent to each their own. So as we learn, cultivate the right mindfulness and right concentrations for the body, and also learning for the mind as well. That is the body. It's the connection. It's the vice versa. It's the activation of the super active, hyperactive. When we were training, we feel more endurance, the pump. That's what they call the pump, the AKA. And when we train and do multiple jobs as well too. And I remember when I was doing that, I wasn't really resting. Resting was pretty much staying active. My stretch is also active stretching. It's staying active, but I call it rest, sorta. And when I drive in a car from the east to the west, that's also my resting, because I'm sitting down. At the same time, I'm using my mind to focus the direction where I'm going to. But at time, it is also autopilot. It's also depending on what you listen to too. In the radio, it's something more positive, or it's just music about 20 inches rim bitches and whole whatnot, bling bling. It's all depending on what you listen to, right? Unless you listen to something more self-motivation, self-education, that's something different. So that's when you want to revisit the channel, or revisit your own USB port or CD, whatever that's good for you. Every Wednesday I visit my mother and training and afterwards go to active rest stretching, or simply take a nap, or go to the West Side private school when the time comes. And it's curriculum for the kids around 3 p.m. So that's an opportunity for me to train myself and train them, learning and teaching and training some more at the gym. So it's always being super active, hyperactive. So thank you for viewing. Peace of mind, love and heart.